Hi guys, it's Maaike. I'm back with a bonus extra super fun video. Today or yesterday, it's Tuesday by now. My favorite things started Camp Create 2017 and the theme is wonderful watercolor. So I made this card and it took me all afternoon and evening and night. So I was thinking about using this as a forest, but it's so small it didn't make any sense. So that was my favorite things, growth collage, and I tossed it. So then I had to decide which one to use, and I chose the Giraffing Me Crazy. And I have some well, I call it cheap watercolor paper. It was only €6 for a really big block, but it's fine for backgrounds. And I'm wetting it with water, and I'm gonna use my Talens Ecoline. That's normally a fluid watercolor, but it's dried up in my ice cubes palette. So the water is so thin it bows up, but that's okay. And I'm using actually almost all the blues, all the greens that are there in the series. A bit bluish, more yellowish, more greenish. If there's such a thing. See, this one is much more blue, and I'm trying to make a dappled forest leaf look. See, those are all the colors. I listed them on my blog if you're curious. Basically all of the greens, and then also one of the purples. And the idea was to make a forest background. And I actually looked it up before I started filming because I thought giraffes were savanna, the kind of beasts. See, my brush was shedding, I think, or it's the cat hair. I don't know. But anyway, there are giraffes that live in a rainforest. So that's the one I colored. I can't remember which one it's called, but yeah, doesn't matter. And yeah, so I'm just dabbing on the color where I think it needs a bit of color, a bit more, and I'm going back until I'm happy with the coverage. And I didn't do the edges because I thought I was going to cover it up, and then I thought maybe if I matted it, the pen on top, then it would have a nice green border. But yeah, because of the corners I can't do that anymore. So I am stamping the animals onto the Crafter's Companion Nina paper with Simon's stamp or hybrid ink from MFT, because I used both of them. And this wasn't my first version of the card, actually it was the third. But yeah, the panel is just the same size as a card, and I cut a circle out of it, and I'm putting sentiment from the same set on the stamp positioner, and I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. You can see I cut myself while I was doing the two other versions. I used it's a scalpel like craft knife, and it's really sharp when it's new. See, there it is. And I yeah. So, but I want to show you. I didn't leave the footage in because the video was almost an hour long. But I tried partial die cutting, and I chopped off the head of one giraffe and then half of the other, and then I thought I'd stamp it again, and I'll use the scalpel instead of die cutting machine, and that one just didn't look very nice. So I actually stamped them and cut them out with this brother scanner cut. I don't have the matching dies. And now I'm gonna color it in super speed, and I only use 4 colors, and they're GY 4 and 5, and I went over the spots in the first layer because that's easier. And for the spots I used GB9 and GB11 elf, that's Dutch. So yeah. just simple shade. I was debating which color the nozzle or the nose or has to be. I chose to keep it the same color. Usually it's lighter on a giraffe and has spots, but this one doesn't have the spots in his face. So. I kept it the same. I'm doing exactly the same on the other giraffe, and I was looking at where the shadow comes from, and my light source usually is from the left, and I thought I had to mirror it for the other giraffe, but actually I didn't, because the sun still comes from the left. So I drew the sun there just for my own peace of mind, actually. So, am I doing it right? Who knows? And here instead I'm just doing the dark bits first, the GB11, and then blending it out with GB9. Because the body is still wet from the GY4, that actually worked great. So here's my critters, and I'm cutting the panel down slightly so I don't have to worry where I stick it on. And it's curled up a little bit from the drying. And just using tape runner to put it on the card base. And I made sure that the purple spots were mostly behind the circle. And then I'm just using some foam tape to mount the panel. And that's a bit of release paper that I saved from packaging. I found it in a box. So I was really happy when I found it. I told you that before, I think, but there's the foam tape. I'm peeling it off, and then I'm mounting the panel to the background. I think I started at 5 o'clock with this card in Dutch time, and then I had my dinner, watched some video, actually fell asleep during the video, and now it's 2 a.m. I'm doing the voiceover. I'm trying to talk softly because of the neighbors. Their bedroom is next to my craft room, so I hope they don't hear me. I hope you can hear me, but I hope they don't hear me. So I'm putting tape on where it's flush with the card panel, and then foam tape where it's against the forest, just to support him or her. I don't know. I think it's mom and child, but in my head that's it. So doing the same, a little bit of foam behind his head and then tape runner. And you could put some shadow underneath them, but I didn't. I felt it was okay. They don't seem to float to me, but if you're worried about that, put some gray underneath. And that's pretty much the card finished. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a video for all the Camp Create events. So bye.